Alright, what's going on, guys? It is your boy Tickety Winter here, back in PlayStation Shorts, and of course yesterday we got the big massive unveilment of the PS5 reveal. If you didn't check that out, we have the full breakdown and reaction stream to our thoughts. It was me, Jack, and of course Christian of JoyClicks. Make sure to go check out that VOD if you haven't already, as well as we already did a breakdown on the PS5 hardware that was shown yesterday, including the base console as well as the digital edition as well. But here in this video, we are going to be breaking down the third-party games for PS5 that was shown, as well as right after this we will get an indie look at the PS5 games, and then we're going to go to the big major PlayStation exclusives. They're going to get their own breakdown video and stuff like that, so that might take a little bit longer than expected, but we will prevail. So let's start it off here with the PS5 third-party games. So starting off here in a questionable move, they did open up with GTA 5 from Rockstar, and honestly, you know, I was a little bit kind of okay with it, but I know a lot of people were definitely down on that, and I do understand why. But starting off here, of course, Rockstar announced that Grand Theft Auto 5 for PlayStation 5 will feature a range of technical improvements, visual upgrades, and performance enhancements to take full advantage of the console's power, new hardware, making the game more beautiful and more responsive than ever. Plus, a new standalone version of GTA Online will also be available free for 3 months exclusively on PlayStation 5. Starting today, GTA 5 PS4 owners get 1 million every month for GTA Online until GTA 5 is released on PlayStation 5. And of course, you do need PlayStation Plus to be able to access GTA Online. So overall, I think this is a really cool move. It's obvious that, alright, you know, GTA 5 would probably be coming to the PS5, but what's interesting here is that it sounds like they are going to separate GTA Online and GTA 5. So maybe we are going to get more smaller story-based focused GTA games as we progress throughout the series, and have GTA Online you know, continue to persist and continue to grow and expand and all that good stuff. So that's what it sounds like they are doing here with them splitting the clients. I think it's a pretty good move, and it's really cool that when GTA 5 drops, we will be able to get GTA Online for free for the first 3 months. So pretty cool stuff right there. I think it's a great move. Let's move on. Next up here, a game that really impressed me personally during its CG reveal at last E3 was of course GHOSTWIRE Tokyo, developed by Tango Gameworks and published by Bethesda Softworks. And so they say here, from Shinji Mikami and the team at Tango Gameworks comes GHOSTWIRE Tokyo, a next-gen action-adventure game coming to consoles exclusively for PlayStation 5 in 2021. Tango Gameworks has taken full advantage of the power of the PS5's next-gen hardware to create a stunning, immersive, and mysterious world to experience. Explore the streets filled with spirits and mysterious outer-worldly threats with an arsenal of powerful abilities at your command. So overall, this game still retains that very weird type of aspect that we saw when we first saw this game last year at E3, and I was a little bit taken aback at how they are taking the approach of making this game first person. I thought it was going to be third person, but first person, you know, it can't hurt nobody. I guess it's all good. Just definitely not what I expected. And when you watch this trailer on the PlayStation YouTube channel, they do say in the bottom little text that this is a console exclusive for a limited time and will also be available on PC. So this isn't really a, you know, full-on console exclusive. It is a limited time console exclusive, so it will make its way probably to you know, Xbox Series X and other different consoles as well. So good to see them you know, show up here on the PlayStation you know, showcase. Really cool to see this game again, and I can't wait to see and hear more about this game. Next up here, we have the first PlayStation 5 game ever unveiled. We have of course Godfall by Counterplay Games, and so you are the last of the Valerian Knights. Godlike warriors are able to equip Valor Plates, legendary armor sets that transform wielders into unstoppable masters of melee combat. Players will tear through foes as they climb through some of the elemental realms. We're still hard at work and can't wait for players to experience Godfall when it makes its console debut on PS5 and launches on PC this holiday season. So of course this is a confirmed launch game for PlayStation 5, and like they said here in the little blurb, it is a console exclusive for a limited time and will be available on PC. So this will make its way over to Xbox Series X at some point at a later date. Overall, I think the concept of this game looks really cool in terms of having a, you know, I guess open world loot-esque type of Borderlands type of game with a emphasis on melee combat. However, I wasn't really blown away by this trailer. I think that it was a very weird tone tone they took from the trailer that they initially showed at the Game Awards in 2019 versus what they showed here. But I'm still, just I guess looking over the horizon for this game, and we will see how this game turns out. But I wasn't completely blown away by it showing here at the PS5 reveal. Next up here, we have Project ATHIA from Luminous Productions and published, of course, by Square Enix. So Project ATHIA is the culmination of our philosophy here at Luminous Productions to create completely new and fresh gaming experiences that fuse together the latest technologies with art. With the PS5, our vision truly comes to life, and with Project ATHIA, players can look forward to being transported to a vast and detailed world filled with beauty and dismay. And so what's interesting here is that, of course, this is a PlayStation limited time console exclusive, so it will be coming over to Xbox Series X at some point, and it will also be available on PC. However, there have been some screenshots that have been coming out that seem to be connecting this game to Final Fantasy 15. So this could be a hidden sequel to Final Fantasy 15 in terms of some screenshots that we got. And the original publisher of these tweets did come out and have an extra additive type of just for the record statement involving this whole screenshot dilemma. He says, for the record, Square Enix explicitly referred to this as a brand new IP, and people that worked on it explicitly referred to it as a new universe. It is likely asset reuse, like so many of you pointed out. Those arches are iconic to Final Fantasy 15 though, which is just weird. So that's what he just wanted to point out there, that of course he knows that this is a new IP. Just odd that they are reusing assets, and assets that like seem to pertain very heavily to Final Fantasy 15. Shout out to @AeroJustin for this find that line up some of the geography from Final Fantasy 15 and this game. I'm excited for it because even when we were reacting to this on the stream, I said that it looked a little bit like Final Fantasy 15 and the way that the player moved and stuff like that. From the limited time that I've seen Final Fantasy 15, I haven't played it yet, but it just looked kind of like it. So it'd be really cool to see this game end up being a sequel to Final Fantasy 15, but we will have to see. I thought it looked very, very beautiful, super impressed by it, and I'm really excited to see where Project ATHIA goes, if it is a Final Fantasy 15 sequel or not. Next up here, Christian was very, very hyped for this game. We have Hitman 3 from IO Interactive. Hitman 3 is the dramatic conclusion to the World of Assassination trilogy and will put you back into the shoes and stylish suit of Agent 47, a ruthless professional assassin who must take on the most important contracts of his career. And it's really cool to see that this is going to be the end, seemingly, of their new, Hitman reinvigoration of the IO series and stuff like that. Really cool to see that they are marking it as the end of the dramatic, trilogy, as they say here in the press read. And also, it is really cool to note that this game will be coming to PS4 and PS5. It'll be a cross-gen game, so you'll be able to play it on both consoles, whether you are on PS4 or on PS5. You will be able to play it at any discretion. And honestly, I loved the vibe of this game. This game had a very sick beat to the trailer. I loved it so much. I was having so much fun on stream, and it really has me wanting to play Hitman 1 and 2. They are really cheap on PS4. I may just have to do it. Christian has been waving that flag. He was very excited for Hitman 3, and he has, always been really, really, really hyped about Hitman as a series. He loves those games, so I may have to check it out for myself. Next up here, of course, we have NBA 2K21 from 2K Sports. 2K Sports stopped by to give us an eye-popping first look at pre-alpha PS5 development footage of NBA 2K21. Not much to note here. Honestly, I don't play sports games, right? So they've always just been kind of like, cool, see the trailer, all right, great, cool stuff for those that enjoy that type of game and genre. But I was actually pretty impressed by how that player looked on the court. He looked pretty realistic, I have to say, in my opinion. It looks pretty good, and it definitely impressed me a lot more than past 2K trailers. But at the end of the day, it's 2K, it is what it is. It will be on PS5 as well as every other console and platform, so nothing to worry about there. Pretty cool to see that if you are a 2K fan. Now, this trailer impressed me in a similar vein to GHOSTWIRE Tokyo back when it first got debuted at E3 2019. That is, of course, Deathloop here from Arcane Studios and, of course, published by Bethesda Softworks. With stunning and stylish environments, memorable combat encounters, and the freedom to tackle each mission at any pace and with any approach you choose, this is Arcane like you've never seen or felt it before. Built with next-gen in mind, Deathloop is being developed for a next generation of hardware and will launch on console exclusively exclusively for PlayStation 5. So upon further investigation, of course, this is a timed console exclusive, so it will come to Xbox Series X or whatever platform later on down the line. But I was really impressed by Deathloop. I thought it looked really cool. I love the overall like vibe that the trailer had. I loved the character design. I love the aesthetic. I love the different contracts that you have to go and, you know, take out these targets. It looked really fun, and of course that really cool mechanic of, you know, being able to be in this death loop where you live over and over again. It looked really cool. I love that they are having, you know, main characters that are African American, of course, you know what I'm saying, as a person of color. Love to see, you know, us get, you know, more protagonists that are not just your generic white person. Nothing wrong with that. I just love to see a little bit of you know, a little spice in my characters that I play. So love to see that we are getting that seemingly, and I can't wait for it, man. And this makes me kind of want to play the Dishonored series to get a little bit you know, onto how Arcane does things in terms of gaming. I may have to do that as well. Next up here, this was the big boy. We got it yesterday. Very hyped to see it. Resident Evil Village from, of course, Capcom. The fear of dark corners has been replaced with the anxiety of the unknown as Ethan searches for answers within decrepit buildings among snow-covered trees. The return of a first-person perspective will bring a visceral edge to combat, with a greater emphasis and focus on combat and exploration compared to Resident Evil 7. The village itself is just as important a character of any other, a location with a life of its own that will frequently keep you on edge as you discover its secrets. And so this was rumored way back before this event even transpired. Of course, the VILL and Village create Resident Evil 8, of course, and we have the recurring protagonist from Resident Evil 7, which I thoroughly enjoyed Resident Evil 2 Remake and Resident Evil 3 Remake to a lesser degree, but still enjoyed it. I definitely need to check out Resident Evil 7 because I definitely do want to check out Resident Evil Village when it comes out. And yeah, this game looked really dark. I love the way the castle looked and having the castle as a setting in Resident Evil. I know it's not new to the franchise as far as Christian tells me, but overall I love the way this game looked. It looked super scary and really anxiety filled, and I cannot wait to be scared and maybe stream some Resident Evil Village to the channel and be able to show off my reactions and get scared like a little wimp. So cannot wait for Resident Evil Village. And lastly here we have a new IP from Capcom called Pragmata, or Pragmata, however you want to pronounce it. Capcom also gave us a first look at a thought-provoking PS5 game called Pragmata. Yep, that is all I got for the press read. That's pretty much all that was there. And it looks to be some sort of really emotional story that, you know, is telling the story of the future. I think the sky was fake. There's some screenshots I got where, you know, this space looking contraption that maybe came from or maybe is a like satellite, you know, thing comes through this screen, that the screen was projecting the world, and we have this dude in a space suit seemingly with this little girl, this cat that's transparent. There's a lot of weird stuff here, but it looks really cool, and the whole thing ends off with this really beautiful shot of the little girl and the man in the suit like on the moon looking at the earth. So it looks really just interesting, and was definitely a piece that definitely was just trying to give the overall tone of the game and just give us a little taste of it. It looked really neat in my opinion, and I'll be definitely looking out for this game. Not sure if you know, it's a day one cop, I'm not sure about that, but it looks something that I will likely keep my eyes on. So those were the third-party games that were shown at the PS5 event. Again, following this we will do indies, and then we will go into our individual breakdowns of each of the big PlayStation 5 exclusives as I go through frame by frame and look and find what I can see. And that has been the third-party games that were shown at the PS5 reveal event. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like on the video, as well as hit subscribe to PlayStation Source to keep up with the latest and greatest in PlayStation and all things PS5 as well. Down below in the comment section, let me know what was your favorite third-party game shown here. Did you like Deathloop? Did you like Resident Evil? Did you like, you know, any other game, 2K, etc., Godfall? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And also, while you are down there, do check out our description where you can find our Discord link to join our Discord, as well as our Twitter and our Anchor link to listen to long-form content and podcast format. That, of course, being Road to Part 2, as well as Road to Ghost of Tsushima, that is premiering on Sunday. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to leave a like on the video, as well as hit subscribe to PlayStation Source to keep up with the latest and greatest in PlayStation. Thank you for watching, and as always, greatness awaits.